If you've been learning English, I bet that I know your biggest regret. It's not about grammar, but it's about fear. That fear that we all have of opening our mouths, making a mistake, feeling embarrassed. But guess what? Overcoming that fear is the single most important step when it comes to improving your English fluency. It's a psychological hurdle and not just a linguistic one, so let's jump over it. In today's video, let's talk about 5 practical strategies that you can use to conquer that fear and start speaking today. Are you ready to find out those 5 strategies? If so, then let's get right into it. Strategy number 1 is to embrace the mistakes are just proof mindset. Stop seeing mistakes as a failure. See them as the fact that you are trying and also valuable feedback. Every error is just a sign that you are pushing your boundaries, and that's going to be the only way that you can grow. No one is perfect when it comes to speaking English, and if you're not making any mistakes, maybe it's just the fact that you're not putting yourself out there often enough to be able to make any mistakes. Here's an actionable tip that you can take. When someone corrects you, don't apologize excessively. Instead, you can smile and say, "Thanks for letting me know." Then, immediately repeat the correct phrase. This instantly shifts the focus from embarrassment to one of learning. So think about this next time you're in a conversation. If someone's correcting you, it's the fact that you're actually trying, and you can take that correction and then learn from it and go from there. And that's going to lead us into the next strategy. Strategy number 2 is to start small with minimum viable English, or think about it as using words that you know. You don't need to know 10,000 words. How about just start trying to speak with those words that you do know right now? Focus on important conversation connectors and fillers. These are going to be small phrases that are the key for you to sound more natural. Also, they're going to give you valuable time for your brain to take a pause and to think of what you want to say next. Instead of silence, try something like, "Well, actually," or "That's a good question." Or if you're confused, you could say something like, "Wait, so you're saying..." Using phrases like these are going to be a great way for you to just buy yourself some time, give yourself a little chance to think. Also, when you're not sure about something, it gives you a chance for clarification. And this doesn't just go for people that are learning English. Native speakers do this all the time. You might hear a lot of "wells" or "I don't knows." And this is just giving yourself a chance to breathe, think about what you want to say, and then keeping the conversation moving along smoothly and naturally. So really think about this next time you're in a conversation. Try to get yourself through with those connectors and fillers. How about you practice speaking when no one is listening? The goal here is to reduce performance pressure by getting comfortable with the physicality of English, muscle movements, the sounds, speed. To do this, you can try 2 things: self-talk and shadow. To do self-talk, you can try spending 5 to 10 minutes a day just describing your day, or just going over your plans out loud in English. And this can be done, of course, with yourself, speaking to a mirror, or even if you're just talking to a pet. For shadowing, you can try to mimic a native speaker and repeat the phrase immediately after they say it, trying to make sure to copy their speech pattern and intonation. You can do this using YouTube videos, TV, movie clips, even music. Whatever you do, just try to find a voice that you like, repeat it line for line. Don't focus on the meaning, just focus on really getting that voice down as best as possible. And I have a dedicated video on this, so I'll link it down below so you can try it out after this video. Next, think about setting participation goals over perfection goals. When you're in a group setting, stop aiming to speak flawlessly. You can do this by pre-planning your contributions. Before you have a meeting or a class or any conversation that you're going into, how about give yourself a goal of, "I'm going to ask 2 questions," or "I'm going to reply to someone in that class using a new phrase that I've learned," such as, "I couldn't agree more." Your actionable tip for this one is, how about before your next conversation or English class, if you're attending one, you pre-plan 3 contributions that you're going to do. And how about you can also leave that down for me below and let me know what you're planning on doing. Then Focus on hitting your goal and not on how perfect you spoke in English. This shifts your attention away from fear and onto task completion. And the more comfortable that you become, you'll start to notice that you're feeling better and better using English. Finally, for the strategy number 5, I want you to try to find low stakes English speaking partners. You don't need to jump straight into high-level conversations with a native speaker. Think about maybe finding someone who's in your class or someone who's at or a little below your level to start off with easy conversations that you can work your way up to more difficult ones. Look out for language exchange partners where you can learn the language that you want to learn from them while also teaching them your native language. When I first got to Japan, I had a very great partnership where I learned Japanese, I taught a little English, I had conversation with my teacher's family, and it was just a great way to have low stakes conversations to see what I learned that week and how well I was improving while also just having a pretty good time in a light situation. Learners, talking to other learners is incredibly helpful. It's also going to be much less intimidating as you're kind of in an environment that you can have a little more control over. By focusing on these 5 strategies, you're going to stop avoiding conversations while at the same time seeking them out so that you can turn potential regret into rapid English progress. Like I always tell my students, fluency is built on mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes because English is not your native language. So if you've got any good benefit out of this video today, how about share this with someone else that you think it would help? And then if you're interested in learning any more English with me, how about click on this video that's popping up on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you.